that crowd, that could mean only one thing. Aaron Tao making his way to the cage.
And if you haven't seen this guy fight, mate, on the last XFC, if you want to see a warrior, if you want to see a guy stick his tongue out in the third round and say, let's go, baby, this is him. And you know what? If you have a look on the screen, he's just gone over there to New Zealand and he's won the Dan Hooker Scholarship. So actually, after this fight...
Wombat, who is Dan Hooker?
Who is Dan Hooker?
Who is Dan Hooker?
Mate, we're talking about the UFC, the New Zealand UFC veteran over there. But let me tell you this, after this fight, this is his going away party. So towns him up. He's got around about 70, 80 people in the crowd here yelling for him because this is a send-off for him. So I am sure he's looking to come out here, rip this belt away and take it over there to New Zealand.
Mate, Dan Hooker, absolute legend. He is one of the, he is a gentleman, and he's an absolute legend. It's great to have like the New Zealanders over here doing what they do, and to have this kind of caliber of fighter here tonight, we are in for a treat.
And I want to welcome into the commentary booth, we've got XFC new match. Oh, looks into the crowd. The crowd's going nuts. But I want to welcome into the commentary booth Brian Edmondstone. He's been in here a few times before.
Hang on,
tonight,
who?
Brian, the bad boy Edmondstone.
Oh,
arrow up, baby, arrow up. But tonight, mate, you're in a little bit of a different capacity. You're the matchmaker.
I usually show up as a coach and steal a commentary headset. This is my third hat tonight. Usually it's my second. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to chat with Matt and work my way and weasel my way into matchmaking this show. And these boys have really done me proud. They've made me look good. They've made me look somewhat intelligent. And yeah, we've had some cracker fights tonight. And this is going to be one that I really look forward to.
Standing in his way, Benny Edmondstone. He's from Mackay MMA. You can hear the crowd. It's very loud in here tonight. Dave Garnham, the boys from Mackay. Shout out to the boys from Mackay. I know they're watching. Joel Danger and the boys, we love you. We love Mackay. Brian, thank you for bringing the Mackay boys on because these guys always turn up. And I want to see these guys on more shows.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the first time they've ever been on XFC. And Brian, mate, it's just an amazing job for you to bring these guys down. And Ben Edmondstone is absolutely no joke. We said, you know, you said Aaron Tao. Who are we going to put up against Aaron Tao? You've grabbed Ben Edmondstone, mate. Talk me through this matchup.
Listen, Dave Garnham, the coach up there in Mackay, he sent me a list of maybe 12, 13 guys. And it was actually hard to figure out who I was going to try to match him up with down here local. When I knew that Matt wanted to put on a title fight at this weight, and I looked at that list, I saw this kid at 5.
So ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Fight number 15, our co-main event of the evening. And it is for the amateur XFC bantamweight title, contested over 5 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 61.2 kilos and trains out of Infinity Martial Arts in North Lakes, holding an amateur MMA record of 3 wins and just 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Aaron Toes 'em Up Tao. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 60.35 kilos and trains out of Mackay MMA, holding an amateur record of 5 wins and 3 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Benjamin Edmondstone.
Alright guys, been over the rules, make sure you protect yourself at all times, follow my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Go back to your corners.
When the action begins, your referee in charge of the action, Thomas Churchill.
Three-minute rounds, he'll be fine. Here we go.
Round number 1, XFC 37. Benny Edmondstone strikes first.
And this is Aaron's well. This is what he wants to do. He likes to push people up against the cage.
Tao looking for that big takedown.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I told Matt Walton, the promoter, that they're supposed to be 3-minute rounds. So that 4 minutes and 30 seconds is really a little bit less.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mix-up, I think they got the last. Oh, look out, he's got an arm there. He's grimacing.
It might not matter.
No, he's gotten out. What an amazing job there from Aaron Tao.
But was that a double submission, like a head scissor versus an armbar?
100% it looked like that. Aaron Tao, he was grimacing with that arm.
North-south now.
He's done a very good job. He's wound it up on top.
Edmondson's got to twist those hips. He's got to look to try and get some sort of leverage. He's got to get out of this position.
Ben's no slouch on the ground. He's a blue belt in BJJ. He's got a couple of submission wins via armbar. He's clamping down on the head here, trying to just establish a little bit of control.
He throws up a nice armbar triangle here. He might get his purple belt tomorrow. You never know.
100%. Well, what should he be looking to do here, Brian?
Listen, it's MMA, so throwing your legs up is great if you're tight and fantastic at it. But to be fair, a lot of times it's just a good way to get your guard passed. So controlling posture, making sure you don't get hit and picking a good time to try to stand back up is basically the meta, you know, the best plan.
I mean, his back is up against the cage a little bit. Can use that to wall walk, maybe.
The cage has turned into a defensive man's kind of haven. It used to be a wrestler's haven where guys would be scared. As soon as they bracket the cage, they'd almost concede the takedown. And nowadays, they've seen a few guys show good examples of how it can actually help the defensive guy. And it's actually, it takes a great opportunity away from an offensive guy because your back's hidden. You want to get to the back.
Yeah,
and Thomas Churchill stood him up there. And Tao goes straight back to that familiar position. He's a beast.
Not the biggest fan of the stand-ups. Obviously, being a wrestler myself, I wish the referee would just be there and call fouls. But every now and again, they tell you you're boring, stand you up, and changes the course of the fight a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a hard job in there refereeing. You know, you got 1,100 people in here screaming, bearing down your neck, saying, you know, I want some action. I want to see some blood and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, we've already had some blood tonight. Calm down. Let's just
Some blood. Wombat's just got to get his composure, take his medicine now.
I love this, mate. You can't get anything better than this. And Aaron Tao, look, he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, look, I've actually seen a lot of Benny's fights. He is very technical. He's got his hands full right now. He's going to want to just slow things down just a little bit.
Whoa, the foot stomps.
Old school, baby, old school.
I think he just started to fight there. It was kind of a wrestle, a bit of a play around until now. He stomped his foot. Now it's a fight.
Yeah, now it's personal. But Benny doing a good job there, cross face.
He's right on the chin. That's ultimate leverage. That's not a nice feeling when you get your spine torqued like that, especially right at the top.
Like I said, the boys from Mackay MMA, they are very technical. That's the way they train, and Benny's no stranger to that. He's just going to let Tao have his time in the sun. He comes in like a cyclone. And then I think Edmondson's going to start to try and find his rhythm.
100%. I mean, this is a 5-round fight. It is for a title. You know, Aaron Tao, I believe he's only been in 3-rounders before, so we're going to see. We're going to see. This is an amazing matchup, Brian. Fantastic, mate.
Round number 2, XFC37, Edmondstone versus Tao. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, it's for the strap. Edmondson, nice little one there. Keeps that distance. This is where I want Edmondson to be.
Forced him into a bad shot.
Want to see a little bit more distance here from Edmondson. Let's break.
Landed some hard knees in the clinch. Look at the crowd. The crowd's up on their seats.
The crowd are up on the chairs. I don't know if security will like that one, but all right, Edmondson, he's got to use these angles.
Not against the law until you get caught,
I'd like to see him use a couple of feints.
the body language of these two between rounds, both of them just kind of realized they're in for a proper fight. Kind of smiled to themselves. You can see themselves bucking up, ready to come out for round two.
Nice
and
little
here we
one on
are.
the
They're
chin.
getting right after it.
Nice knees there from Aaron. He's landing a few nice knees here.
Hey!
Oh, one on the chin. Big right hand. He's coming on strong.
Here comes
knees.
Cal.
He's laying again.
Hey!
Big right hand.
Edmondstone
He's
is
looking to
hurt.
wave away. He's another right hand. The crowd's going nuts. Another big
Stop it,
right
ref.
hand. Oh,
Stop
it's
it,
all
ref.
And that is it.
Aaron tells them up now. Unbelievable performance. Look at that Brian episode. What amazing performance.
Wow!
If you can see the crowd on TV, look at that. This place has erupted and security is everywhere.
Wow. Aaron towels them up. What a performance. Dan Hooker, look what you've got on your hands, mate.
Look what we got on our hands. I got to pay for that kid's flight when he comes back.
Oh, he's
to defend
coming
his
back,
belt.
baby. He's
Yes,
coming
he
back.
is. Champion.
So ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 10 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO and the new XFC Bantamweight Champion, Aaron Toes 'em Up Tao. And a big thank you there for Deb from Living Ink Tattoo, presenting our new champion with his XFC Championship belt.